I'm Dr. Lori, and I'm shopping at the Goodwill store in Westport, Connecticut. Come thrift with me. And then big and beautiful. Heavy, too. So look at that nice teal color. Look at that nice texture of the glass. And remember, close your eyes, slowly move your hand to make sure there's no damage, no cracks, no chips. But do it slowly so you don't cut yourself. But if there are any, but this one doesn't have any. This is really beautiful. I always say measure your hand. Mine's 6 from this tip to my wrist. There's 6. And then assess 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's between 12 and 14 inches. It's a bowl. This is a presentation bowl. And then look at the bottom, the underside, all the texture. And you know that it dates to the 1980s. And you know that they only want $8 for it. And you know that I'm going to tell you that it's worth $85. So you're getting it for 10%, a little bit less than 10%. Now granted, it's about 40 years old, but it's in great shape. And this is for, you know, that coffee table or centerpiece, whatever it might be. The way this is made is very, very highly detailed. So it's blown, and then all of this texture is actually an applique of the blown process, blown glass process. That's really nice. The color is what sells it. I gotta put this one back for you because I'm not competing with you. I want you to get the bargain, so I'm leaving it here for you. Candlewick. So here's Candlewick with the circular beaded handles. Those are teacups. You can see they were used for tea. You can see that they're stained. And they're next to a sugar bowl that is the reproduction for Candlewick. How do you tell? Well, you can see these are not complete circles, complete beads. They're only partial beads. They're like a 3/4 bead of a circular glass, whereas the cups are actual Candlewick. Candlewick is known for that bead work, those little tiny beads of glass that go through. So for $2 each, these are a good buy. Those are worth about $4 each for a true Candlewick teacup. I don't know if you're going to get the staining out. This piece for $2, the sugar bowl, I would leave here because that's just a reproduction trying to look like Candlewick. They are all glass. They are not crystal. Speaking of glass and crystal, a lot of you like the tinging. Ting, ding. You think the tinging means value or quality, and in fact it does not. It doesn't mean anything. What you should be looking for is clarity. You should be looking for weight. You should be looking for very, very cut incisions, deep etching. This piece, of course, is marked clearly. You can probably see that it says that it is actually crystal, Bohemian crystal, made in Czechoslovakia. Nice crystal piece here. How much do they want for it? They want $1 for it, so that's a good deal because this glass is probably worth $4. That's a nice example, but the tinging has nothing to do with it because what sounds good to your ear, that one sounds nice too. And this is a really cheap piece of glass. This isn't crystal at all. Sounds just as good as the crystal. So don't go by the tinging. It's a big old wives' tale. True glass, heavy, 2 hands. Oh, that's a nice bowl. That's a really nice bowl. Oh, with a really big chip. You see it? Oh, and another really big chip. Oh, that's a sin. So I don't think the people noticed when they priced it, those 2 big chips, or the big chips happened here on the shelves. That could have happened too. They priced it at 12, it was in good shape, and everybody's banging things around, and all of a sudden it's damaged. So that's too bad. In good condition, it's a $40 bowl. In this condition, it's not worth 12. But I think they may not have recognized that. That's too bad. I thought you had a winner there. Always decanters. Look at this one. Very nice. Probably not used much at all. In the style, of course, very traditional style of Waterford. Trying to move. I never understand why they don't have a flat piece, why they have these open shells with glass. It's only going to fall in. This is nice. I really wish it had a stopper because it's really a nice piece. It's got a nice starburst on the bottom. The incision, the incised cut portions are nice. Wow, that's a shame. It's tall. You can even see where the stopper ended. You can see that. That's a good piece. $5 for that. I have to tell you, I think I would take that for $5 even without the stopper. Now, it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be so expensive for that, but you definitely could resell that without the stopper. Somebody might say, hey, I'll put a cork in there, you know, or I'll just use it on my bar as decoration. Some people put colored water into these when they don't have a stopper. But for $5, definitely worth it. What's it worth? About $20 without the stopper. Gonna move the eyeglasses. Hey, here's a ship in the bottle. Well, it's kind of a ship in a bottle. That's fun. Our home is the ship in the bottle. That's cool. I like that. I want $5 for the ship in the bottle. I don't know. I think that's kind of an easy ship in the bottle. I think I could put that ship in that bottle. I mean, the idea is to do the little small work and get the ship in there like it's so difficult, but all right. I don't think that's worth $5, but I do think it's fun. That's a nice jug. Not very well done. Look at this, not very sharp lines. You want sharp lines with this. That's probably Bohemian glass, probably made in the Czech Republic. I'd be very surprised if it's made elsewhere because no sharp lines. This is actually shows you not very steady-handed when this was done. So how much do they want for this? I don't see a tag. This is like a project. Oh, there's the tag. Here's the tag right here. $5 for that. Well, it's worth $5. It's worth $15. But I don't think it's the best example of course, etched work. And sorry for all of the sniffling and sniffling. I have allergies today, very bad today. The allergies, look at these, sparkling, just sparkling crystal. So some people like this shape. Rather than round bowls, have square bowls. And these are marked at $2 each. For this set of 4, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. For this set of 4 crystal bowls. Value on these are $10 each. Retail, $10 each. Keep the set together. You always want to keep sets intact. Make sure you look for scratches. Doesn't seem like there are any on this, but you want to look for scratches and mars. You know, a mar is sort of like an inclusion, something that's damaged that you find from the actual making, in the process of making the glass. I don't see any on these. They're not scratched. They look very good. They look like they have a couple, like, you know, they could rub off a little bit of the dirt, but that's a nice set. So $40 for these, and they want 8. So that's a deal. I like that. And we've got some ball jars, some of them Pyrex. Functional items like the Pyrex measuring cups, I'm sorry, they're always a good buy. You know, they're functional, they're useful, if it's just a buck or two, this one's $3. You know, these are $8 if you buy these in one of the specialty stores for this. So I think that these are always helpful, especially if they have all the decals still on it. You're not trying to figure out, is that really half a cup, you know? So that I think is a good buy too. I'm looking for, I thought I saw it. I thought I saw a ball jar, a ball canning jar. I had a person who actually was at one of my events with a ball canning jar, and the ball canning jar said 1858 on it. Here it is. Here's the ball jar I was looking for. He had one of these jars and it said 1858 on it. And it said that because the company was established in 1858. Well, he got very mad at me when I appraised his ball jar for $8 because he said, no, that's the first one. Don't you see it says 1858? And I explained to him that, you know, the company was established in 1858. They all say 1858 from this time period. So basically, he was very mad at me, but that's what it is. Here's the ball jar. It doesn't have a price on it. The tag is cut off, but a red tag usually means $2. So I'm going to assume, because this is a red tag and this is a red tag, that it's a $2 ball jar. So for $2, they're worth $8. They're desirable at this size. There are different ones that have different markings on them. They might say Mason, they might say 1848, 58, they might say different things. So don't assume they're all worth the same because they're all from different time periods. The Ball Canning Jar Company has been in business a long time. Some of them will have these kinds of caps with a little bit of rubber, you know, and sometimes they close like this with a metal, and sometimes they have a base metal, you know, a base metal screw top. So this one is a base metal screw top, but about $8 for that. Yeah, that guy was mad at me, boy. He was mad at my appraisal event. He was not happy when I said, no, it's not worth that. How about this? Oh, this is nice. I don't think this has as much damage on it as some of the others either. Cut glass, cut crystal, nice repeated pattern, deep cuts. You want deep cuts, right? You want to feel like you're going to get cut. So this is a good piece too. Now this one has a $12 price tag on it, and I cannot blame them for that, because this piece really looks nice with the with the repeating pattern here, and of course this sawtooth edge. You can see the edge is a sawtooth edge too. So this is a really pretty piece, thick, you know, tall. So that's nice. When you pick it up, you feel it. You feel the crystal. It's heavy, it's weighty, it's substantive, substantial. It's kind of, you know, you got to hold it in your hand, make sure you don't drop it. So for $12, what do I think this is worth? I think this is worth $45. I left the bargains there for you. There's more to come, so stay tuned.